Well, greetings. This is Dr. Bill Bailey, and this is the Chromest Netcast, where we look into all things Chromey. That is, having to do with the Chrome operating system and Chromebooks. So I encourage you to stay tuned for this particular program because we've got a lot of stuff to talk about on the Chromest Netcast. We are proud members of the Tech Podcast Network, techpodcast.com. If it's tech, it's right here on the Chromest Netcast. We're also proud members of the International Association of Internet Broadcasters. I like doing that. It just kind of is fun. Anyway, as you know, Chrome as an operating system is based on Linux. Linux is an operating system that I am very familiar with and really enjoy playing with as well as using. And there's a feature in Linux that's called force quit. Hard to say. Force quit. And what that means is if you have a process or a program that's kind of run away with the particular system you're running on, you can force quit that program and kind of knock it in the head. Well, you can do the same thing on a Chromebook because a Chromebook is based on the Linux operating system underlying that Chrome layer that Google has designed. So, how do you force quit in Chrome? You do a you don't do a Control-Alt-Delete. You do a Command-Option-Escape. Control-Alt-Delete is what you would do to bring up opportunities in Windows or shut it down or log off or whatever. But no, Command-Option-Escape will call up the Force Quit Applications window. Then you can pick the program you're having problems with and knock it out. Pretty cool. So, Control-Alt-Delete. Boy, I tell you, I'm getting a little too Windows-centric. Okay, let's go to the next item, shall we? The next item is, are there more cameras on the horizon for Chromebooks? And yes, indeed, there are. It seems that Google is planning to support more than one camera in a Chromebook. Now, you know, tablets have a camera that faces forward, also phones, have a camera that faces forward, and another one that faces back. Well, it could be that since Chromebooks can be folded into tablets these days, that they're going to have something that will support more than two cameras. So that's a pretty cool thing. And it actually is kind of a sign of where the hardware is going, where the new Chromebooks will be going in the future. So stay tuned for that. Next item, Neverware. Now, you remember we've talked about Neverware before. They have a package that basically is called Cloud Ready that allows you to take an old laptop or PC and turn it into a Chrome-like operating system. Basically, they take the open source version of Chrome and tweak it and add some things to it. But now, the Neverware folks are getting very popular in schools because schools are taking old laptops that they already have and turning them into Chromebooks, so to speak, with Neverware. Well, Neverware is now going to support Office 365, which will give them Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook for email, and so forth. So that's pretty neat that they're going to be doing that. And it's going to be very inexpensive. It's $1 per student every year, or $15 per device annually. And it's going to be a real advantage to be able to use those old machines as new, so to speak, Chromebooks. So Neverware is doing some pretty neat stuff out there. All right, next item. 2-in-1 Chromebooks are getting a fix to the power button. Now, the 2-in-1 Chromebooks, as we were talking about earlier, fold into a tablet or can be used as a Chromebook. But the power button hasn't been behaving the way it really should, as though it were on a tablet. So the new version of Chrome that's coming out is going to have the function more like a tablet when they're in tablet mode. So that's pretty neat. All right, next item. Android O. Some people are calling it Android Oreo. We'll see. But Android O, the next version, will address the Chromebook keyboard. And basically part of Google's upcoming Android O release is a new and improved model for keyboard navigation, which will make using Android apps on the Chromebook much easier to do and a little less frustrating. So as it stands today, a majority of Android apps are designed with only touchscreen navigation in mind. That makes them hard to use on larger screens and pretty much unusable on devices that rely solely on keyboard and mouse inputs. So with Android O, Google is going to give developers an opportunity to integrate better keyboard navigation so that Android apps can play a bit nicer with Chrome OS laptops. So that's pretty neat. All right, next item. We got a lot of items. Next item, Chrome OS version 57 has been released. Now, 57 comes with some new highlights or features that we want to talk about. They've enabled silent authentication. They've updated the default wallpaper. They've updated the boot animation. Media files from Android applications are available in the Files area. Application, or Files application. The PIN unlock is available on all Chromebooks. Chrome Camera app now uses front and rear flip UI. Image copy paste feature for Citrix receiver on Chrome OS, which is pretty cool. And then power button now turns off display on devices that support tablet mode, which is kind of what we already talked about a little bit. But that is introduced into the stable channel and it has been released. All right, now this, if this were the Dr. Bill show, the drbill.tv show, this would be a Geek Software of the Week. But we're going to forego the drum roll and just talk about the fact that there's a Chrome plugin called Nimbus, N-I-M-B-U-S, Nimbus, screenshot and screen video recorder. Now this is really nice if you want to do tutorials on your Chromebook to demo how to do various things and then have a video that shows how that is done. So that's pretty cool, and it's a free plugin. So you can download the free plugin, go to their website, which I have a link to in the Chromest blog, and I encourage you to check that out because it's really pretty slick. And then finally, there's 12 great keyboard shortcuts for your Chromebook that are available, and I list them in the blog. The blog, of course, is chromest.com. Go check that out. I won't go into every single one of them, but these are 12 shortcuts that you really need to know. You know, my son, the Game Master, is kind of a keyboard shortcut whiz. He just really gets into those keyboard shortcuts. Well, these are for Chromebooks. So check them out. You will find out that it will improve your productivity to use these keyboard shortcuts. Well, that's it for this edition of the Chromest Netcast. We had a lot of things to talk about. I encourage you to go to the Chromest website, check out all the articles. We now have tutorials. There's good stuff out there. Join us next time, and remember, until then, we've got all the shiny right here on the Chromest Netcast.